Hey friends, welcome to Nursing Online Education. In this video, we will be discussing important question and answers of different nursing comparative examinations. Guys, let's get started. Here is our first question. 1. A nurse is preparing to administer an intradermal injection for a tuberculosis skin test to an adult client in the clinic. Which needle gauge is most appropriate for this type of injection? A. 25 to 27 gauge. B. 18 to 20 gauge. C. 22 to 24 gauge. D. 30 to 32 gauge. The answer is option A, 25 to 27 gauge. 2. A nurse is preparing to administer parenteral penicillin to a hospitalized client with a bacterial infection. Which of the following routes can parenteral penicillin be safely administered? A. Intramuscular, IM. B. Subcutaneous, SC. C. Oral. D. Topical. The answer is option A, intramuscular, IM. 3. A physician orders GR10 of aspirin for a patient. The nurse needs to calculate the equivalent dose in milligrams, mg, before administration. What is the correct conversion? A. 600 milligrams. B. 650 milligrams. Circa 1000 mg. D. 100 milligrams. The answer is option B, 650 milligrams. 4. Which of the following is a sign or symptom of hemolytic reaction to blood transfusion? A. Fever, chills, and back pain. B. Mild headache without other symptoms. C. Slight redness at the foreside. D. Temporary drop in blood pressure only. The answer is option A, fever, chills, and back pain. 5. Nurse is providing nutrition education to the parents of a 3-month-old infant during a well-baby visit. The parents ask about the main source of fluids for their infant. What should the nurse identify as the primary source of fluids until about 12 months of age? A. Breast milk or formula. B. Water. C. Juice. D. Cow's milk. The answer is option A, breast milk or formula. 6. While administering medications, a client states, I do not want to take the medicine today. Which of the following responses by the nurse demonstrates the best professional and ethical practice? A. You have to take it. It's for your own good. B. Why don't you want to take your medicine? C. Can you tell me your reasons for refusing the medication? D. I will give it to you anyway because it's prescribed. The answer is option C. Can you tell me your reasons for refusing the medication? 7. Nurse is performing a developmental assessment on a 4-month-old infant during a well-baby visit. Which of the following motor skills would the nurse expect the infant to demonstrate at this age? Anticipate finding. A. Rolls from back to side. B. Sits unsupported. C. Grasps objects voluntarily. D. Crawls on hands and knees. The answer is option C. grasps objects voluntarily. 8. During a routine assessment of an older adult client, the nurse evaluates physical changes of the head and face commonly associated with aging. Which of the following findings would not be considered a normal age-related change? A. Thinning hair. B. Wrinkling of the skin. C. Decreased facial muscle tone. D. Rapid, uncontrolled head movements. The answer is option D, rapid, uncontrolled head movements. 9. A nurse is assessing an older adult client before administering medications. Which of the following characteristics would not indicate an increased risk of undesirable medication effects? A. Multiple chronic illnesses. B. Polypharmacy, taking multiple medications. C. Impaired liver or kidney function. D. Young age and good health. The answer is option D, young age and good health. 10. A nurse in the newborn nursery is assessing an infant whose mother consumed alcohol throughout pregnancy. Which clinical manifestation should the nurse expect to observe in the newborn? A. Smooth philtrum and thin upper lip. B. Large head circumference. C. Excessive weight for gestational age. D. Strong uncoordinated suck reflex. The answer is option A, smooth philtrum and thin upper lip. 11. A nurse is preparing to give medication to a 4-year-old child. To ensure effective communication, the nurse wants to use age-appropriate language. Which statement should the nurse use? A. This medication must be taken for your condition. B. I need you to take this medicine now, please. C. This is your medicine. It will help you feel better. D. The physician prescribed this medication based on your diagnosis. The answer is option C. This is your medicine. It will help you feel better. 12. A 64-year-old client is being prepared for surgery under general anesthesia. The nurse asks the client to remove their dentures, but the client refuses, stating they are embarrassed to be without them. What is the most appropriate nursing intervention? A. Allow the client to wear the dentures into the operating room. B. Explain that dentures must be removed to prevent airway obstruction. C. Ask the physician to discuss the matter with the client. D. Document the refusal and send the client to surgery with dentures in place. The answer is option B. Explain that dentures must be removed to prevent airway obstruction. 13. What should the nurse calculate as the EDD? A. 24th December. B. 10th January. C. 28th November. D. 30th October. The answer is option A, 24th December. 14. Which statement by the nurse is most accurate regarding long bone fractures in children? A. Growth can be affected if the fracture involves the epiphyseal growth plate. B. Growth is never affected in children. C. The bone will not grow after the fracture heals. D. The child will require leg lengthening surgery to prevent deformity. The answer is option A. Growth can be affected if the fracture involves the epiphyseal growth plate. 15. Which statement by the nurse would provide the best reality orientation for this client? A. Why can't you remember where you are? B. Let's keep the lights off so you can rest. C. My name is Sarah, I am your nurse, and you are in City Hospital. D. Don't worry, everything will be okay, just relax. The answer is option C. My name is Sarah, I am your nurse, and you are in City Hospital. 16. If 52-year-old client visits the clinic and tells the nurse that they are unhappy with the drooping skin around their eyes, face, and neck, and want to improve their appearance by removing the excess skin, the nurse should provide teaching about which cosmetic surgical procedure? A. Rhinoplasty. B. Blepharoplasty. C. Retidectomy. D. Dermabrasion. The answer is option C. Retidectomy. 17. 6-month pregnant woman visits the antenatal clinic and tells the nurse, I'm having trouble with constipation. Which of the following instructions by the nurse would best help reduce her constipation? A. Reduce her fluid intake to prevent bloating. B. Increase intake of fresh fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. C. Take laxatives daily. D. Limit physical activity to conserve energy. The answer is option B. Increase intake of fresh fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. 18. A nurse is caring for a patient who is today's post-operative following a right mastectomy. Which of the following is the most appropriate nursing goal at this stage of recovery? A. Encourage the patient to avoid moving the affected arm. B. Promote arm exercises on the affected side to maintain mobility. C. Avoid placing pillows under the affected arm. D. Maintain the arm in a dependent, hanging down position. The answer is option B. Promote arm exercises on the affected side to maintain mobility. 19. A 45-year-old client is scheduled for elective surgery and expresses feelings of anxiety about the procedure. Which nursing intervention should take priority in helping to reduce the client's anxiety? A. Provide detailed information about the surgical procedure and what to expect. B. Offer reassurance by saying, don't worry, everything will be fine. C. Encourage the client to avoid thinking about the surgery. D. Give sedative medications immediately. The answer is option A. Provide detailed information about the surgical procedure and what to expect. 20. A patient is in the post-anesthesia care unit, PACU, following general anesthesia. The nurse notes a respiratory rate of 8 breaths per minute and an O saturation of 84% on 3 liters per minute oxygen via nasal cannula. While awaiting the arterial blood gas, ABG, results, what should the nurse do? A. Continue to monitor and wait for ABG results. B. Encourage deep breathing exercises and reposition the patient. C. Prepare to administer emergency interventions such as assisted ventilation. D. Reduce oxygen flow to see if saturation improves. The answer is option C. Prepare to administer emergency interventions such as assisted ventilation. Thank you for watching.